This is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler. We're such. Something as they say in MacGruber, the new series on Peacock. You're such a dode.
A dode?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but it's great. Sam Elliott says it.
Why is Sam Elliott in that show?
He's MacGruber's dad.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's fucking great, dude.
Papa Gruber.
Oh, that sounds dirty.
Papa Gruber. All right.
I was checking out this chick, and all of a sudden I Papa Grubered. A Papa
Sounds like a pizza.
a Papa to Gruber.
Sounds like a Papa John special.
Papa Gruber.
Get a Papa Gruber today.
Get a Papa Gruber today. It's the stuff that we catch underneath all the traps in the pizza making machines. What?
Oh my god.
Perfectly timed.
Dude, we haven't even started the episode.
Fuck!
We're not even 2 minutes in. We're talking about
The
Papa,
Papa
Gruber.
Gruber.
Papa Gruber.
Better ingredients, better pizza.
So good it'll get you hard. Speaking of getting hard, that's what I was after this movie.
Oh my god. What are we talking about this week?
We're talking about what else are we talking about? Tyler, No Way Home, baby,
Oh, fuck
Spider-Man.
Yes, it's like a mental orgasm every time I think about it. So yes, so yeah, like that.
Hey, every big moment
Mhm.
in this movie, Tyler was just sitting in the theater.
Yes, yeah, yeah. The girl and her
Well,
boyfriend
yes!
sitting next to me were really irritated.
And they were thinking,
Beta.
anyway.
Probably. No, my favorite part was when I sat down and the girl like started talking to me, and I'm like, stop talking to
The
me.
movie's about to start. Shut the fuck up.
No. I
And
mean,
during the movie?
no.
Oh.
Like she made a joke about something. Like, no, there was nothing. No, but in
If she
my
was talking to the movie, you have grounds to be like, hey, shut the fuck up.
no, my mind, I'm like, why are you talking to me? Your boyfriend's sitting right there. I don't care how friendly you are. I don't care how cool he thinks he is. That's a no-no.
What are you over there, Mr. Steel Girl?
No, absolutely not. Like I said, it was just it was a one-time joke and funny.
I'm gonna-
So we go ahead.
Yeah, go. No,
I don't want to cut you off because it's
No, you're good. I was just gonna say that my theater experience wasn't as eventful as Ghostbusters, but in terms of just
There was a baby in
wonky-
ours.
That's the thing. That's gonna suck. That's the one thing that's gonna be an adjustment. I don't want to say sucks because that's not
Right?
true. Because I'm spending time with my kid.
Oh, you'll say it sucks in a couple years.
No,
You will. You'll get
no,
to the end of your rope
but
and you'll
I'm
be
already-
venting to
I
me,
used-
and
no,
you'll be like,
Tyler,
it sucks.
I used to
It
go.
sucks.
I used to go to the movies like every week.
Yeah.
Especially when I had Movie Pass. But I have accepted the fact that I'm not going to go to the movie theater as much. Mostly the pandemic, obviously.
Yeah.
It was a big wake-up call to me being like, there's plenty of entertainment at home.
The baby was not a distraction.
And I know we do this podcast,
Yeah.
but honestly, we don't have to be super current because there's so many fucking pop culture content, comic book content that's very current. We can be guys that we're doing this as just people with day jobs that are just this is just
you don't
we're
think
just
we have day jobs?
this ain't making us money.
Fuck.
Well, that's my point. Is this a show?
But it's fun.
That's the spirit of this show. It's just two friends getting together every week and talking
about some stuff.
mostly, and it's almost always superhero shit because that's the shit we like. That's the shit we watch.
Dude, here's the thing. When I was watching the movie, and okay, before we get into
but
it,
what I'm saying,
yeah.
sorry, to close the loop on that thought,
Yeah.
is just saying that it was kind of an amazing experience, not only because I absolutely love this movie.
yeah,
It was a nice swan song to be
Yes.
like, I'm not going to be going to the movies as much, and I'm okay with it.
yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good way to
Like
look at it.
I think the last movie I'll probably be able to watch.
You might be able to see
logistically-
Multiverse of Madness in March, and the Batman in
Nah,
March.
see, I'll be able to see the Batman because that's early March.
Yeah,
But late March, that's
yeah,
because
getting too close.
too
You don't
close
wanna
to
have
the due
your-
date.
You don't want to have your phone on, and
Well, and I don't want to drag my wife to the movie theater if she's
Right.
9 months pregnant, being like, she's probably ready to have the baby at that
This
point.
is why I'm not married because.
Could you imagine that story though? If she went into
She got-
labor
he was
while
born
watching
during
the multiverse or the Batman or multiverse of
Yeah.
madness. I mean, that'd
See,
be a
this,
fun memory.
This is why I'm not married because in my mind, I'm not thinking at all about like I'm aware of the fact that his wife will be 9 months pregnant at that point. But in my mind, I was like, well, why wouldn't you just leave her at home? Like, see, that's probably why I'm not married. Like, I'm not
Yeah, because that is
not a very thoughtful guy.
Well, that's one of the things that. Well, that's funny because if she didn't like these movies, I don't think that would be an issue. But she actually likes comic book movies, and
Yeah.
she likes going to see
well, they're
these
good
with me. so-
movies. I mean,
and it's an easy date for us because we both
Yeah.
like these.
she
movies.
does like girly movies. We know that, but not as bad as like
I don't know how.
some.
Yeah, we need to get. This episode's gonna be. I told you before we started recording.
Right.
Dune. Hour 43 minutes. That's
This is
our
gonna be-
longest review. This is gonna
going
top
to be.
that.
This is going to be longer than the fucking movie. Okay.
What I'm saying is, sit down, maybe
Yeah.
crack open a beer,
Get some popcorn.
maybe roll a J if you do that, and just chill the fuck out because pack a lunch, buddy, because we got a long episode.
By the way, we always do like spoiler free for a good 10, 15
Yes,
minutes,
yes.
and then we jump into the actual movie review because we don't like to review a movie and not like talk about the actual
Yeah,
movie.
what's the point of
Right?
Yeah, what's the point of
You're
going
gonna go see it.
these?
If you saw it, now you're listening to us talk about it because you're like, yeah. So if you're listening to this, you haven't seen it, dude. You have gotten the spoiler free. We loved it. That's it. You ready? What do we got for? We have a special sounder
we have a
too.
special sounder for
Yeah.
that. So yeah, spoiler free.
But literally, we're gonna get into it now.
There's really it's yeah.
No point.
It's impossible to talk about this movie without spoiling the
Right.
fuck out of it. And there's a lot of shit in this movie. So yeah, spoiler free. Clearly, we're in the majority. We think it's fucking awesome. I love this movie.
Yeah, that's pretty much. It was a good experience. The baby was way in front. I was in the very back row. I barely noticed that it was there.
It was for me. It honestly was a nice swan song because I don't really see myself going to the movies again until the Batman.
That's a good way to look at it. I mean, that or like Infinity War.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I
Or
mean.
no, sorry, Endgame.
It's going to be different at first. I mean, the first,
It's not as big as Endgame, by the way. It's pretty fucking close, though.
we might be able to see Love and Thunder.
Oh, one other spoiler-free thing that we can tell the audience before we get into the sounder that's going to denote spoilers. We did both decide together off air that after our rankings last week, did not include this movie because we hadn't seen it, but we both decided unequivocally that this one has definitely jumped into the top spot.
Yeah.
That's spoiler-free.
Yeah,
But that's
it's,
fucking
it's, It's in my mind the best Spider-Man movie,
Me too.
and I would argue maybe the one of the better MCU movies.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
yeah.
Fuck
All right.
yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
spoiler free. That's it.
Yeah, sorry.
It's time for spoilers.
Pizza time. Pizza time.
Let's do it. Pizza time, indeed.
And I'm sorry if the sounder spoiled anything for you, but let's just say it. Yeah, they're fucking in it. They're in it. Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are in it.
I want to get into.
I just want to
I
get
want
that
to
out of
build
the
up to
way.
that. Yeah, no, and honestly, this is kind of gonna.
And they're both fucking great.
I'm trying to formulate this in a cohesive manner, but
Should
I
we
just accept.
do the movie plot like we have done before. Yeah,
I mean, as like, it's hard to say because there's so much that is plot related.
let's start with the first big surprise, which is not really all that a surprise because it was rumored, but it was really fucking cool to see Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock.
Well, I got to give the movie props because it does start immediately after
it
Far
does
From Home.
like immediately.
it's a 100% a continuation.
He's
of
still
that,
standing like on the street light, in
which I
front of
love.
that big-
I think that's really cool.
yeah, I do too.
And the continuity of having the Mysterio thing have, or the idea of the Mysterio thing even having consequences. Like
Yeah.
we're seeing him start to deal with the fact that he's still a kid, and
Mm-hmm.
and then but this is like his mistake was like the biggest mistake of his life because now everybody knows he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And yeah, that whole sequence of and that's what's amazing about this movie. It's a long movie. It's 2.5 hours.
It did not feel
It
like
does
it.
not. It
No.
moves at such a unbelievable pace
Mm.
that it gets. I never want, because my whole mind, like, dude, I love this movie so much
Yeah.
that I was like, I could have done 3 hours.
Yeah.
I could have done another half hour.
Fucking-lutely.
You could have brought in Venom. You could have done all this other shit.
Yeah, and you know what? Now that we're talking about it, I do want to say,
I don't want to even get started on that.
I do because I just want to say, like, yes, there's a possibility of Venom being in the MCU because he left the end credit scene. It's Tom Hardy. He's talking, and then he gets wiped out just like the other guys did. We talked about it on the phone last night. We believe that the reason why he got pulled into the MCU was because the Clintar hive mind with the Eddie Brock from the Raimi-verse and this Venom from the Raimi-verse knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man.
Because
why he was there.
they explain it in the movie that the spell only brought in people that knew Peter Parker.
Yeah.
From other universes.
But I just got to say,
which also makes me laugh because every Spider-Man movie, they find out his identity because that's really all you can do with that.
Yeah.
And realistically, if you were a superhero, people would figure it out in like 2 years.
Yeah, it's not that hard, dude. I mean,
Why is he never here?
my
And then
voice-
all of a sudden, Spider-Man shows up.
right? Dude, the two people who are fucking in The Dark Knight Rises, when no, it's just The Dark Knight, right, with Joker.
It's the Dark Knight.
The two people who are just getting done fucking when he walks through that and gets in that safe room to go be Batman.
Yeah.
How the fuck don't they tell anybody? Yeah.
Or maybe they
Bruce-
don't. Or maybe they don't tell anybody because they were like, "Oh shit, he's gonna tell on us." Because maybe they were having an affair or something. I'm just saying.
Whatever, dude. No,
So, this movie.
just great. All of
so
it.
they're dealing directly with those consequences. Everybody knows who Spider-Man is. I love when he lands back at it when they're swinging. Just every what
the
makes
part where he
this-
puts her on a bridge and forgets that
You
she
s-
doesn't
you
have
tweet-
impeccable
you-
balance.
You tweeted something about this.
What?
You said what makes Hawkeye work
Yeah.
is the relationships and the
It
characters.
totally is.
That's what makes this movie work. That's why this movie is so emotional.
You've
It
seen
hits
the-
on the right notes
Yeah.
because you care about Ned, because
Yeah.
you care about MJ, and you believe that they're all friends.
Yeah.
So when he calls and they just say, dude, 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 and then she's over here going like, dude, on the fucking bridge, they're all saying the same thing, but you've had those conversations with your friends
Yes.
where when something crazy happens and you both just say, dude.
The dialogue
I've
is
had those
great.
conversations,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
believable.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes this movie work so well, is you legitimately care about this cast. And so yeah, that's how the movie starts, and then he swings in to his apartment, and then Aunt May is
They're already
trying
there.
to get rid of Happy
Yeah,
Hogan.
who's crying
Yeah.
like a little bitch.
And then when she opens they land in there, and then Happy's like, I'll check it out. And then it's Peter who's taking off his suit with MJ in there, and they're like, they think it's a whole sex joke, and it's fine. Sometimes those things can be really cringy. I think it didn't take too long of it, so I was like, okay, so they made a few jokes, but it wasn't like overly awkward.
This movie knew when to pull back.
Yeah. Oh, and
I would say
and
that's
I would argue to
its
let
greatest
things play
strength.
out. I think it
would-
also the extended scenes work for it too.
I would say that the movie's greatest strength is its ability to know what to, kind of let happen and what to pull back from.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, the whole sex is kind of, but it was really done in such an organic manner that, I mean, they're almost immediately going and looking outside at the helicopters and shit. Like, you don't even,
Yeah.
like it's a common
Well-
reaction to two adults
And it-
catching two teenagers in states of undressed in a room together. It's a common reation to be like, I didn't see anything,
Why are you getting so worked up, man?
I'm just saying, like, that's the strength of the movie, is that the
Yeah.
reactions are genuine.
It's legitimate, yeah. Everything about it
Yeah.
is genuine,
Yeah.
and it's human. And I think that's probably the
Because I love this fucking movie.
the big draw is and we say it a lot with certain movies and certain blockbusters. You have to have a lot of heart, and I know that's cliche to say that, but this movie is a very there's some really dark stuff in it, but it is a very positive movie because it is about sacrifice. It's about living with. It is all about the responsibility angle, and I love how they do that. And you immediately see it at the start of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because of Peter's actions,
Yeah.
everybody he loves is in danger.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault.
No, in
He
fact,
was doing the right thing.
in fact, Peter Parker has been nothing but a hero if you watch the movies.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
Even in this
the people in the movie, the characters in the movie aren't watching the movies. We are.
We know.
Yeah.
We know he's a
That's what's
stand-up
heartbreaking
guy.
about it is that it's like this is not fair. He should not have to go through this. But I will say keep going. Oh. I will
Talk.
say that that this is a sharp contrast to
I'll plug it in.
like the Spider-Man celebration in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
It is in sharp contrast to that because that was kind of overly done and over the top and what have you. But it's interesting to see because in the comic books, for a long time, he's largely regarded as like a Batman type character by the cops and by
Yeah,
the
the
leaders
cops
of the
don't like
city. Is that he's just kind of a nuisance and he shouldn't be doing what he's doing.
Even they even alluded to that in the first Raimi movie. Even
They tried to kind of touch
that's
on
always
that
been like a character
in the
trait.
Raimi movies, but they did also do like what I'm saying.
I know, but
They-
they
yeah.
did do the whole celebration thing in the third movie. But
Yeah.
I get what you're trying to say.
How great was it, by the way, since we're talking about what fucks him up in this movie, that J. Jonah Jameson is like almost almost completely patterned after Alex Jones, our friend.
this set.
How much do you think they paid him?
Oh, how much do you think they paid J.K. Simmons
Yeah,
to come back?
to reprise his
I
role.
would say probably.
$1 million, bitch.
And then he said, "Bring in a prostitute so I can."
I'll eat your ass.
So I could say this to her.
$1 million, bitch.
Did you see the tweet that Randy Quaid put out? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah. No, yeah, I love that too. Well, I'm one of the. I think I was the only one in the theater
Yeah.
that laughed out loud at his supplement joke.
I did too.
And I was like, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I think only people that know who Alex Jones is
That's why I was
laugh
so-
at that.
I was so
'Cause the-
excited
the-
to talk to you about it.
The fact that I loved it at the end of the Far From Home
Yeah.
because what's even funnier is the year before that, the game that for the PS4 that Insomniac made,
Yeah.
they had already, and they were doing their own story. It's in their own canon,
Yeah.
and in their game, J. Jonah Jameson has a podcast that you randomly, when you're swinging around in the city, you'll randomly hear it. He'll randomly just pipe in and whatever.
Yeah.
So they had already kind of planted that seed, and then the fact that a year later,
Yeah.
in a Spider-Man movie, they're like, "Oh yeah, here's J.K. Simmons being J. Jonah Jameson."
and dude,
so
that
that
was-
was I love that started there, and then they
Yeah.
just kept going with it.
Great surprise, by the way, at the end of Far From Home. You're like, holy shit, that's awesome. It's fucking J.K. Simmons again. Because you can't. It's a lot like Charlie Cox and Daredevil.
Well, it's honestly, that's what everybody in the Raimi movies
and D'Onofrio and Fisk. Sorry.
Now, obviously, you would have to recast James Franco because of the shitty things he did.
Yeah, is that a big surprise or not? I don't know.
Not really. But everybody that was cast in those Raimi movies, I think, was perfect.
Yeah.
And I think that is the biggest strength of that movie is it casted it so well.
Yeah.
All three. Say what you want, and we've had this discussion about the Topher Grace stuff, but like,
I actually.
and that's what I mean. Is like I feel like we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
This movie is Sony taking their platform and saying, "Look, all of our bad decisions,
Yeah.
we're gonna wipe them away."
Yep.
And you know what?
And we're going to acknowledge
same
them in a
time-
hilarious way.
At the same time, we're going to validate
Yeah. These
the
two
Jamie
Spider-Man.
Foxx decision,
Yeah.
the Alfred Molina decision,
Yep.
Willem Dafoe. We're going to validate all of that. And then later in the movie, validate our choices for Spider-Man, which were the good choices. Because Andrew Garfield fucking crushes this movie. Are you fucking
Yes,
joking?
he is perfect in this, by the way.
Oh my God. Anyway, we'll get to
So
that.
Spider-Man 3, I
This-
actually
if you don't think this is going to be all over the fucking rails,
Yeah.
what
About a-
podcast do you listen
about a
to?
week ago, we talked about this last week. That Topher Grace as Eddie Brock in Spider-Man 3 is supposed to be a dark reflection of Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Like he's the dark
A
side.
douche,
He's
evil douchier Peter.
Right, but that's why he's not like a huge dude like Eddie Brock is in the comics and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that made sense to me. And about a week ago, I didn't tell you this, but I watched the end battle scene in Spider-Man 3, so I could watch it and be like, okay, I don't think I remember this very well, and I want to see if I appreciate it more.
Sure.
And I did a little bit. I did appreciate it a little more, and then fucking James Franco comes in, and it was like a fucking snowboard. But up until that point, it was like, okay, I get Venom in this movie now. It makes more sense to me, and I just wanted to say that. Like, I'm glad that
Honestly, I think
come to terms with that Venom.
I think they could have saved Venom for the fourth movie.
That's what they wanted to do.
That's what Raimi wanted.
Raimi
Raimi
wanted
didn't
to
want
do
Venom.
Bruce Campbell as fucking Mysterio, dude. Because he was in all 3 movies, and make it like, hey, he's been watching you the whole time. Did you ever hear about that?
Yeah.
That
There was
would've been
also
fucking
there was also
kick-ass.
the fourth
Bruce
movie
Campbell?
was going to start with Spider-Man beating Mysterio, and it's Bruce Campbell going, and he's going into jail.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's actually a great idea. That
Yeah.
would have been awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, they should have probably saved that for the fourth movie.
And
that's what,
Raimi tried. He was like, look, let me have 3 the way I want it,
which makes me wonder, Tyler.
and I'll put Venom in 4. I swear. What?
I think they're going to put Venom in the fourth Holland movie, though.
I'll bet you they will.
But he's got a point. They need to get. I think this is a perfect time to take a break.
Yeah.
I know everybody's talking about this movie and everybody's excited about this, but I think if Holland himself is wanting to take a break, I say do it. And we'll
yeah.
get to that here in a minute, because I have some ideas for what they could do with Spider-Man. Because now the possibilities are endless. Sony got lucky and got the biggest fucking name in Marvel that they could when Marvel was selling off all their shit.
Yeah.
And they've been smart to cling on that because they know, dude, Spider-Man, anything Spider-Man related, games, books, fucking movies,
Sony gets a cut.
YouTube videos about Spider-Man
Yep.
shit.
Sony gets a cut.
No, not even that. I'm saying that he's immensely popular.
Oh, yeah.
You put a Spider-Man video, like a video essay or something about the movies or the games or whatever, any Spider-Man property, you'll do amazing numbers. Because Spider-Man is as big as Batman.
Why aren't we doing a YouTube video of this then?
Because I don't have fucking internet, asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
You fucking cocksucker.
Piece
Jesus.
of shit. You
By-
fucking loot.
By
No,
the
I'm
way,
just kidding.
MacGruber, he calls people you fucking piece of shit a lot, and I love it because that's how I call people a lot.
Everybody.
You fucking piece of shit.
That's how we answer the phone. It is. It's never hi,
It's
how
true.
are you? It's
No.
always, hey, fuckface.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
shitbag.
A popular one that Jake uses is what the fuck do you want?
Yeah.
What's one that I use? Hey, you fucking dirty slut.
No, what I always say is,
This isn't a glee club.
you know what did happen a few times in this movie? I did think this.
Ooh, look at the big brain on Spidey.
They really did
Make
lean into the whole. Hey, by the way, he's a fucking scientist.
He's a smart kid.
In the comics, he gets a scholarship. He makes his own web shooters. Come on. So I like that too. How they leaned into that. All 3 of them. And let's just, by the way, touch on probably one of the top 5 jokes in the movie. Are you gonna dress like really cool youth pastor, or are you gonna put on a suit?
You bring your suit?
Yeah. Did you bring your suit, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I did. I actually did bring a suit. You didn't know I had a Spider-Man shirt on today, did you? Yeah.
I got a big old,
Anyway.
really
So anyway,
obnoxious
let's get
sweater
to
on
that.
with Spider-Man on
So the damage, I love how they still going with. I love that because they showed it in the first Spider-Man movie.
it. Yeah.
Damage control, and the fact that they are going to keep that going in the MCU. So that was cool. That damage control.
They had a 4-issue limited series back in the 90s.
But I'm just saying, like, the fact that they kept that from the first Spider-Man movie and used it in this one and still use it in the MCU. So yeah, they're getting interrogated. MJ's smart. She's like, I'm not saying shit till I get my lawyer. And then Ned is not, because he gets manipulated and just says,
Yeah,
I was this
dude,
guy that's
right?
here. So
Yeah.
the cop's like, so you just admitted to
Yeah,
all
that
of
was
his,
fucking pretty good.
an accomplice to all of his crimes. And he's like, I need my lawyer.
Yeah.
That was a really funny sequence. And then, this next scene. Now, it didn't get a big crowd reaction, surprisingly. It did get a pop out of me, but it wasn't like, it was more of like, wow. they fucking did it. Like
Yeah.
that's what my whole response was, and because we get the shot of we see a stick and then
Yep.
that gets me going because I'm like, oh fuck
Yes,
yeah.
fucking yeah,
And
fucking
then
yeah.
he sits down. Boom, Charlie Cox.
Oh.
Matt fucking Murdock.
Oh,
Do you need any more proof?
Oh,
Tyler, do you need any more
I
proof?
just came so hard. What?
Do you need any more fucking proof that this is just comic books and this is all a TV show?
No.
They're not movies anymore, dude.
No.
They're TV shows and it's an ongoing series.
No, but
Because why else? Because it makes so much goddamn sense.
here,
In the comics, who's Spider-Man's lawyer?
Yes.
Matt Murdock.
yes.
It makes it's so good.
Here's what's amazing about
Wait,
this.
no, what are
in
we
so
doing?
in so
What are
many
we
ways.
doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
What? Yes.
All right.
We got to talk about We got to talk about a couple of the ramifications now. For those people who are die-hard, there are a lot of people who are die-hard fans of the Netflix shows, and are really.
I am. I fucking
pissed.
love that.
Are you
Daredevil
pissed
show.
that the MCU never brought him into the fold?
Absolutely.
Really? Because fuck Iron Fist, dude.
No,
Sorry.
No. Here's my problem. I agree. I think Daredevil works the best in the MCU.
I think that's the only one. Maybe Luke Cage. Coulter was great.
But here's my thing. Here's what I said to Ashley in the movie theater.
Mm.
Was I'm like, because I'm just like, because I went, because my reaction wasn't. It was, wow, holy fuck.
My
because
reaction was like, yes.
because then it was, Kevin Feige is the smartest motherfucker in the room every time.
Yep.
Because he says, you know what? Yes, Vincent D'Onofrio, tweet cryptically about this show. Then we're going to introduce you. And the same fucking week that we introduce you in Hawkeye, we do Matt Murdock in the Spider-Man movie coming out that week. Just fucking genius.
Gee, is that unannounced Marvel movie on the slate back up in 2024? Might that be a Daredevil movie?
Holy shit. Don't even play with me, dude.
Don't you fucking play with me.
Don't you
bitch.
get me so hard. It's
You
going
get me so. You know what I did in the movie theater when Charlie Cox came on screen?
What did you do? What'd you do?
Do
Do what? I don't know.
the yes.
Pizza time.
No, the yes.
Oh, sorry.
Pizza time.
Yes. See, that's what I did. But so this
You can't point at
this
me like I know
this-
what you're talking
well, 'cause
about.
that's what we were gonna say every time I had a really great reaction. We're gonna do that.
right.
Okay,
I
anyway.
didn't know we set those parameters.
Well, we did. I thought. Anyway,
I don't know,
it's
man.
okay.
I'm thinking too much
We're
about
just so
Spider-Man.
jazzed. Right. We're just so now the thing is, like, it validates the Netflix shows to those fans.
Yeah.
So not only does the MCU basically say we're sorry, they also say we fucked up.
And we're gonna keep you. Because and even before that.
Yeah.
Even before the
Again,
King,
the day
even
before.
Kingpin showing up,
Right.
Yeah, Feige was like, seemed like it was out of left field. It was like, yeah, Charlie Cox will be returning as Daredevil and Matt Murdock. And we were like, well, okay, but nobody said anything about this because like there had been leaked images,
Yeah.
and so I thought that was funny because I didn't know if those were real or not. I had seen them.
I read an article like on Saturday. I read a bunch of articles about the movie, and one of them I read was like the worst kept secret in Hollywood that Charlie Cox was in this. And I'm like, I don't know about the worst kept secret.
Well, did you notice the difference when anytime Andrew Garfield was interviewed, he kept denying it?
Yeah. Well, I knew that
because
he,
he
was
had.
gonna be in it.
Yeah, I know, but that's my thing.
Yeah.
It was the opposite with Charlie Cox because Charlie Cox was like, there was rumors about Matt Murdock being in it, and he's like, well, yeah, hell yeah, I want to be in it.
Yeah.
I want to be Matt Murdock. So
Yeah.
There
Charlie
was
Cox played it perfect too.
It
He
was a
like,
long game.
I'm not, but I would love to be.
he was, man.
Yeah.
He-
And of
no,
course,
if you watch it,
he still
got
brings-
caught off guard because he was surprised somebody knew because he was like nervous about it. He was like, "Well, I don't know anything about it," but he seemed like he was lying a little bit.
there's and you know he's on the screen for what 2 minutes maybe.
Yeah,
And somebody throws a brick and he
And he
catches
caught it.
Yeah, of course, like nobody because he's fucking Daredevil.
yeah.
And I'm a really good lawyer. Perfect.
How did you do
Bam,
that?
he's gone. And you know what? That's exactly
needed,
That's
yeah.
all I needed. I just needed you to say Daredevil's in the MCU. He's played by the perfect actor that we had already. There you go. And then move on with the movie.
Yeah,
And they eventually move into Happy Hogan's.
and they've accepted the fact or accepted it that because believe it or not, we are in our 27th Marvel movie, MCU movie.
Jesus.
But that's the thing is they understand that they've built this audience where
Yeah.
they can just say, yeah, this is a comic book. So yeah, Spider-Man's lawyer is Daredevil.
Yeah.
And I mean, we could talk about that post
And I hope
credits.
he shows up in.
The post credit scene is kind of great with Tom Hardy's Venom.
Yeah.
Because he's like, wait a minute, you're telling me there's superheroes all over? There's
Yeah.
a fucking Tin Man and a alien
Green
guy
Ray-
with
yeah,
stones came
yeah.
down and like a whole thing, and it's kind of amazing to see, like, of course Daredevil is Spider-Man's lawyer because they built it like the comics, and everybody's a fucking superhero in this world.
So let me give you a comic book actual precedence for that kind of cameo. Okay, you ready? So in the 90s, Art Adams and Tom DeFalco wrote 3 issues of Fantastic Four. Art Adams did the art. And basically what happens is the Fantastic Four get kidnapped by a Skrull, and the Hulk, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and Spider-Man have to go and be the new Fantastic Four and save them. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a great fucking story, right? And they understand, it makes sense in the story, kind of, I guess, but the point is that, they're aware of the fact that a lot of people are going to be reading this story thinking this is going to be just a cash grab, and they're aware of that, and they make fun of it in the story. And the 3rd issue, on the cover, it says, featuring the most gratuitous cameo ever. And in the little circle is the Punisher symbol. And the literal cameo is, the story is they end up at the Mole Man's Monster Island. And the Punisher shows up at the very end of the story when everything is calmed down, everything's solved. And he's in his helicopter, and they show him in like 3 panels, and he's like, oh, looks like they have it under control, I'm out. Like, that's the whole cameo in the comic book itself of the Punisher. So it makes sense that in this movie he doesn't interact with anybody else in the movie, but he's in the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it makes sense. There's precedence in the comics.
Yeah.
But I still wish he would have been in
Yeah.
the fucking Sinister Six.
So then we find out that Hannibal Buress is a Mysterio truther.
Yep.
I was actually expecting the mid credit scene. I thought it was going to be Hannibal Buress like doing a QAnon style podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they did it the other way around. But I was like, I thought that was going to be the thing, and I would have laughed because I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Or like he's like he's got a job at the Daily Bugle, like he works for fucking Jonah. He's like a field reporter for him or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was expecting. So yeah, we find out that again, there's a lot of people that are kind of Mysterio truthers out there.
Yeah, basically.
And Hannibal Buress is like, Mysterio was right. We know what you did.
Yeah.
Dude, Hannibal, it's criminal.
And
It's criminal. He's not in this movie, but
There's a funny sequence, where the teachers talk
the
to
one
him
built the shrine.
and you're like, yeah, and like
The
you
students
can
made this.
swing-
No, they didn't. You
can
did.
swing. You can swing through halls if you want. You can crawl.
Yeah.
On the,
Yeah, you can crawl on the walls. We don't
But
care.
they really set it up in such a way that you really feel that kind of like I literally put myself back in the shoes of my like junior high self
Yeah.
and put myself in that situation. Like you're walking into school and everybody is standing there and parting as you walk through, just staring at you.
Because you're the most famous
For,
person.
it doesn't. And here's the thing: it doesn't matter what reason. I would be fucking terrified. Dude, are you looking at the zit on my nose? What about my bad hair? Are you looking at my? Do I have a heart on? You know what I mean?
I have a hard on.
I could. I might. Back then, man.
Well,
I was
in
getting
that
them
age,
all the time.
all the time. Good to go.
Man, what's going
Webs
on?
aren't the only thing shooting for Peter
Brr.
Parker. Did you see that Tom Holland was asked about if there would ever be a sex scene in his Spider-Man movies? And he said nobody wants to see Spider-Man have sex. And I'm
No,
like,
they did it a lot in the 90s.
there's a
but-
lot of porn parodies that say otherwise.
Well,
bucko.
okay, so in the 90s when he was married to Mary Jane at first, it was Todd McFarlane, then it was Eric Larson, and they have a propensity for drawing very well-endowed women.
Oh yeah, it's always big tits, small waist.
Yep. And there was a lot of sexual innuendo in the comics about him and MJ fucking
Oh yeah,
after they were married, but they were married. So
I mean they're gonna fuck. Why not?
there's a lot of
They're two hot people. Let them fuck. You know what he said to MJ because he was cool with it at the time.
I'll eat your ass.
And then she said, "If you're gonna do that,"
$1 million, bitch.
and then he said,
What a fucking nightmare.
And that's all for today, folks.
Yeah, we're done.
No, yeah, that's it. That's how we're gonna wrap it.
Fuck you.
No. We find out that their lives are in shit because they want to try to get into MIT and
They
try to
don't,
get into
'cause-
school, and everything gets rejected because all this shit that's happened with Spider-Man, and
Basically guilty by association.
pretty much. And then they're at the diner where MJ works, and after they have that conversation that they didn't, again, because they didn't get into MIT, they're all bummed. And then he looks, Peter looks up because they still haven't taken down the Halloween decorations. Sees a Dracula, and he's like, "That looks
And
like
it
that
looks-
wizard guy I know."
Yeah.
So yeah,
I really liked the joke because I was kind of wondering when they got there, like, okay, why is it either is that ash or snow in the Sanctum Sanctorum in the previews?
yeah.
And the way that they explained it and stuff was just really, really funny. And hey, you two, I didn't say stop shoveling,
Yeah.
but that was pretty
Well,
funny.
and you know
What
what's,
was it,
what's
Camartage
cool
had
is
a
what I
blizzard?
felt like seeing this movie. With some of the things, I just felt like
I could write a book about what you don't know.
Really?
I don't know. So yeah, we
I
go
just
to the.
liked hearing that.
I know you just love the sick beat
I
behind. it.
really.
Oh, dude! Shout out to the score in this movie, because I don't know who. I need to find out who composed this, but like, just the early parts of this movie are more fun and whimsical, and then when it gets more to the second and third act, it's a lot more like classic, like big, gaudy, like superhero orchestra.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you notice they kind of incorporate a little bit of Elfman's score.
yeah,
A little bit. They kind of incorporated everybody's shit.
yeah.
Into this.
I
a little bit of Zimmer's
enjoyed-
Spider-Man stuff.
I enjoyed, again, I wasn't a huge fan of the Amazing Spider-Man series. I was a fairly big fan of the Spider-Man series, because the Raimi-verse, because I kind of grew up with
Yeah.
that. My brother's actually in Spider-Man. Did you know that?
He's an extra.
Yeah.
Nice. Where
Yeah,
did you
he
guys?
was in town when they were shooting it.
Oh, in New York.
I think it was in L.A. when they shot that sequence.
Mm.
Because I don't know. I'll have to.
Either
ask
way.
him.
Either way,
Yeah, he said he was
But
within. He said he was within 100 yards of Stanley.
nice.
Yeah.
But Elfman's score is just so iconic for Spider-Man because
Well,
it's the
yeah.
the build to it and the build and it sounds like.
But-
you think of a spider, you think of
Right.
Spider-Man.
But after seeing this movie, I have to say, like, I am so much more a fan of both of those series now than I was.
yeah,
Mainly because, like, they gave me a Garfield that was a lot more likable. And they gave me a Toby that was kind of like a dad. A father
yeah, he
figure.
definitely was. He was the old wise Peter Parker. in
And
this movie.
it was so cool, and they interacted so well, and it was effortless.
Yeah.
It didn't seem forced.
I gotta say,
it could have been.
what we were talking about this. This is so funny. Is I told you this episode is gonna be like 3 hours because
Yeah.
there's so much shit to talk about.
Yeah.
We were talking about this off mic about. We were talking about. Oh God, there's so many things. I fucking lost it, dude. I lost it. I there's so many things racing through my mind right now
Are you talking
about this
about
movie.
the part where they're all talking about?
No, not even that. I don't
okay.
even get into that. I don't even want to talk about that. I want to talk about this. The first thing that surprised me in this movie was it delivered. I was not surprised by a lot
Yeah,
in terms of I knew Toby was going to be in it. I knew Andrew was going to be. There's no fucking way.
but there was still a jolt.
But hold
when you
on, let
saw
me
him.
finish.
Sorry.
Let me finish.
Sorry.
But what I think they did is they managed to make those moments still work.
Yeah.
Everything that happened, I expected it to happen, but it was done so well that I didn't care. I was enjoying myself.
Yeah.
And then the things that I thought were going to happen didn't. There were still things that they changed that I didn't expect.
Yeah.
In this movie.
I actually expected Venom to be in it
I did too.
more.
I did too.
I expected it
completely
to be eventually some sort of Sinister Six type of thing, which it didn't really. It was
Yeah.
more of a Sinister Three.
Prime example, when we visit the Sanctum Sanctorum
Sinister
and we
Four.
visit Doctor Strange, he is no longer Sorcerer Supreme.
Right.
Wong is because he
That's-
was gone for 5 years.
Right,
Which
and
makes
that's
sense.
interesting, right?
I
Yeah,
like that. I
that's
like that there's a
cool.
little change there.
Wong is still, badass and stuff. And here's one thing that I did want from this movie that I didn't get. Why the fuck are you hanging out with the Abomination?
I think we're gonna get that in She-Hulk,
Probably.
and I think also there's another example. Charlie Cox will be in She-Hulk.
Oh yeah.
There's no fucking way they
you
can't.
can't.
He's a lawyer. They're lawyers. You're not gonna make a lawyer comedy.
One of the greatest non-wall breaking She-Hulk stories is when she goes up against Matt Murdock, who's prosecuting Steve Rogers.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a fucking great story, dude. I gotta let you borrow the trade.
Anyway,
Sorry,
it's
great.
No, I know.
Fuck great.
Love that.
Great.
I
And this
like
was
it
this
a
is
lot.
after Steve Rogers loses his serum for a time in the
Oh,
comics.
so he's just an old guy.
Yeah,
Um.
still badass.
So and also the trailer is different in this because in the trailer it's Wong is like don't do it and leaves and then
Right.
Strange winks.
Leave me out of it.
This time it's different. Yeah, he goes, I know you had the times. Peter's like, I know you had the time stone. Can you rewind time back to before people knew who I was?
Mhm.
And he's like, I don't have the time stone anymore.
But
I can do a forget spell. And then Wong is like, no, not that spell or whatever. It's dangerous. And he goes, I do it all. I've done it so many times. And then he's like, do you
Yeah.
remember this one party? And he's like, no. And he goes, exactly.
yeah,
And then that's when Wong is different from the trailer. He's like, well, fine, fuck it, but leave me out of
Yeah.
it. You fucking figure that out. So
now
then
do we think real quick? Do we think that when he's leaving that he's going? No, he's going to Kamartaj, right? It's explicitly said that he's going to Kamartaj, back to Kamartaj.
I think that's what he said. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly.
I was gonna say, like, when on the timeline do we think this happens? Like, is he already fought Abomination?
Yeah, I don't know when Shang-Chi is taking place
You
because
know?
it's definitely after Endgame, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea. But anyway, then they go down to the creepy basement and they're like, "All right, let's fucking do this spell." And then you've seen in the trailers, Peter fucks it up. My favorite part after this
Yeah.
is after Strange contains it, puts it in this gem thing, and then he puts a box around it. That's what the box means in the trailers, whatever. I do love that Strange. You see this. You see more than ever that Peter's still a teenager.
Yeah.
Peter's still a kid. So when he says, "Yeah, we just got the rejection letter," and he goes, "You didn't."
Yeah.
And then the fact that Strange goes, "You didn't plead your case.
You
You
didn't
didn't try and
call?"
talk to somebody." And he's like, "No." And then when he just slides the table out of the way, I was like, it was such a subtle thing for me to be like, now he's going to be really angry with him and be an adult in the room and be like, you just fucking could have made a catastrophic mistake and fucked up our whole planet, our whole universe because you didn't get into college. And then that plays on and this is why I love this, because this is the first time in Holland's 3 movies that I feel like he's the most Peter Parker.
Yeah.
The other 2, he was Tony Stark Jr. And in this movie, they finally made him like Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And to see that little bit of knowledge of like, again, he is a teenager fucking around in an adult's world. And
Yeah.
that's always what made Spider-Man so great.
The sequence where you see a lot of it in the preview, but the sequence where he's actually making the spell, I was actually laughing out loud because it's just so.
It's so
the
dumb.
way
It's
he
such a
does it,
kid's response.
Yeah, it's such a exactly.
Because
It's
there was,
so-
dude,
yeah.
after the first trailer, there's a meme about this. Because he's doing it and he keeps interrupting it. And this
Yeah.
whole time there's a meme where it just like,
and I want a cheeseburger.
no. The meme is,
You'll get nothing and like it. What?
the meme is fucking, well, what about MJ and what about Ned? And he's like, just tell them.
Yeah.
Then you could have solved the whole movie if you would have just been like, okay, then tell me, tell them. That's it, I guess. What do you want?
Right?
But yeah, of course, as you see have you seen the trailers and the
Fucks
whole
it up.
movie, he fucks it up and the villains. So, but I
So,
like
but-
this.
but-
I like the context of the sequence of the fact that it also does this thing of something that we didn't really see a ton. We saw it in Homecoming, not as much in Far From Home, but we see it again in this one of the Peter Parker Spider-Man duality of it, where the whole reason we see that set piece of him fighting with Doc Ock is because he's going to an admissions officer.
Right.
To
So
try
yeah,
and get
Strange
in.
gives him the idea, and then he calls Flash Thompson, and that's
That was
pretty
a funny bit.
too.
I
Yeah.
gotta say though, I am fucking over the MCU's Flash.
Yeah.
That sequence is funny, But it's like, what are you doing with this character? Because you add this weird backstory to him in the second movie. Like, he's got like this weird family situation. And then this movie, for whatever reason, you bleached his hair. And then it's funny that he wrote a book. That was funny.
Yeah. In the comics,
but there's so much of it. I'm like, what are we doing?
It's accurate to the comics really in only one respect, in that he hates Peter Parker and he loves Spider-Man.
Right.
That's it.
And then when he finds out, he's like, no. That was pretty funny.
I made this point when the first Spider-Man, when Homecoming came out. I don't care that you don't have a white Flash Thompson, but he should be a big, athletic, dumb jock.
Why did they go that? I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, you could have had a East Indian character play or actor.
You could have made that guy bulk up and play.
Yeah,
I don't know.
or just not hire an actor who's like 6'2".
I don't know. Anyway,
so that was my. So many people were pissed that like MJ and Flash were not. There was a lot of controversy by those idiots on the right, but my thing was like, I always said, I was like, I don't give a crap what color they are, but they do have. Flash Thompson is a big, intimidating guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like what they're trying to do.
Not a tiny little rich
It's
bitch.
kind of like what they were trying to do in Spider-Man 3, where they're trying to go against type.
Yeah, so
But
thanks anyway.
That one, it makes more sense, in my opinion. Because I don't know why they made... You can make... Honestly, I don't give a shit if you make Flash a stupid comedic character.
Right.
But at least, I don't know, make him not make me cringe.
Joe Mangini was Flash Thompson in the first series. Or in the first...
Manganiello.
Yeah, whatever.
Mangini?
Who the fuck is Mangini?
I don't
Eric
know.
Mangini?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of the fucking football coach.
Manganiello is... And he's perfect. Because he's a big, dumb jock.
He works for that.
Now... That's my main issue with the MCU Spider-Verse.
I would even argue you could just cut out Flash Thompson.
You could.
General. He's not.
But
unless you
if
wanted
you're
to
going to have Agent Venom down the road, which is a fucking cool thing.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you can't now.
Who fucking is? Anyways.
I don't want any more of that actor or that character.
Anyway. Yeah, so he says, but I will say the negotiation did make me laugh. Like, I'll swing you to school like once or twice a week.
For a week. No, a month.
2 weeks. And then he's like, all right, I'll just tell everybody you're my best friend or whatever. Yeah. And he's like, all right, she's on her way back to her flight. So then he goes to the bridge. And then I knew it was, again, a situation. I knew it was coming. But it was still fucking rad. Because just seeing I could be wrong, but I think they did incorporate some of Elfman's Doc Ock theme a little bit.
Big reaction in the crowd when I was watching it.
Well, the best part about that is, again, Elfman's score is so fucking good in those movies.
Well,
just like Peter's theme,
yeah,
Doc Ock's theme has got that metal. Well,
there's
like that traditional like villain sound to it.
The sequence itself is really loud because it's Doc Ock crushing cars and shit.
Yeah.
So you couldn't really hear it too well, but I did hear some people cheer and clap.
Yeah.
When he finally comes up, and dude. He, of course, just fucking kills it, as always.
Hello, Peter.
Dude, I got to say this. I loved how vicious they made him in that first fight. Like, he was literally like, I'm trying to kill this kid.
Trying to rip his head off.
Yes.
At one point.
Yes. I loved that about that. That made
him brutal, and it made it, and...
stakes are real.
And I love the thing is, like, I love that they lean into the memes and lean into the jokes and they lean into everything, and just the fact of like, what did you do to my device? And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, the power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Yeah.
It's like I just love it because they know that's the line everybody remembers from that movie, so they're like, might as well incorporate it. And then that whole fight sequence is fucking rad. Dude.
Yeah,
it is so good.
Yeah,
so well done. And I love the part where he hits him, knocks him into this car, and he goes, I should have ripped apart your girlfriend limb by limb. And then you see the Iron Spider arms come out of the top, and he goes, what did you just say? And like pulls himself out. I'm like, fuck yes. Because this whole time I'm thinking like, we're going to fucking see the Iron Spider.
We have some competition.
Iron Spider fight fucking Doc Ock in a movie, dude. Like, how the hell did we get here? And then, you know what? I'm not even, like, again, so many times watching this movie, I could not believe what I was seeing, and I'm just grinning from ear to ear. Like, this is so fucking cool. Like, it's so awesome.
We saw the first trailer, in August, I think?
Yeah.
And I remember, I think I was talking to you off the air about this too. Like, I remember seeing that and being like, this is going to be fucking crazy. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it. Oh my God, that's 5 months away. Even like when I was witnessing it, it was like still didn't seem real.
Yeah.
It just was so
because
perfect.
We've never seen
too good to be true almost.
We've never seen this before.
No.
This is the 7th live action movie, and what it is saying is we are going to embrace every bit of our legacy and incorporate it into this movie. And that moment, it was in the trailers, but even when you're watching it, I'm telling you, when he pops the arms and it's Iron Spider versus Doc Ock, that I didn't pop, like I didn't go like whoa, but again, it was another moment of like, holy fuck, I can't believe I'm seeing this.
But like, imagine,
and I haven't felt that way since Endgame. I haven't felt that way, and before that, the Avengers.
Yeah,
it was that kind of moment.
They keep raising the bar. I mean, imagine like that. The Dark Knight Rises. At some point in that movie, Adam West, George Clooney, Michael Keaton, and Val Kilmer all show up, as well as Danny DeVito and Jack. That's what we're talking about here.
Right.
That's insanity. You don't do that. You move on from. You don't. Well, wait. Actually,
it's
wow. The way you guys are doing this is, wow. This is really fucking good.
It's so bizarre to me because we're now in a stage where, because we've gone through the aughts era, pre MCU era.
Yep.
And then we start getting the MCU, and then that becomes big money. So then we start to see the reboot era, and now instead of a reboot era, it's a multiverse era, and it's incorporating everything else. And like, that's so bizarre. That's so weird.
But so fucking brilliant. Feige's the architect of all this.
And what is the thing that we've been saying for years about Spider-Man movies is this idea that, well, the reason why Spider-Man 3 didn't work is there's too many characters.
Right.
The reason why Amazing Spider-Man 2 didn't work, too many characters. And I would argue that's fair. I don't think that all the characters got fleshed out. But here in this movie, let me break it down for you. We got 3 fucking Spider-Men and 5 villains in this movie, and it still works.
All of them get their due. All of them.
How?
Yeah.
How?
I'll say that the 2 villains that maybe get a little short shrift are Sandman and Lizard, but to be fair, they weren't that impactful in the movies either. I did like that they kept Sandman as Sand the entire time until the very, very end. You know what I mean? Like he was in a human form, but he was Sand. Like they never.
I think
maybe that might have been like just so Hayden Church just had to voice it.
Well, no, that was why. Him and the guy who plays
Lizard,
Reese
Ifans,
something like that.
Yeah.
Great actor.
Yeah,
both are great. The reason
he
the
had
reason
some great
those
moments.
2 are just CG is because
they weren't available for.
It wasn't even COVID. It was also because they've aged significantly since those movies.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. For
and
sure.
whereas they could do, because they did do some de-aging touch-ups on Defoe and Melina, but the reason is for their age is they died in their movies.
Right.
But those other 2 didn't, so
Right.
they aged, and so instead of spending all that money, they just made the CGI characters and just had them do VO. They were on the set, they filmed. It's a weird explanation, but they did film extra scenes, but they didn't want to spend they'd rather spend the money on the Sandman CG
For sure.
and the Lizard CG than de-aging. So that was their thought process.
I will say that the Lizard got a lot of. He had some funny scenes.
He could have, honestly, you could have not had him in the movie. And it
True,
wouldn't have mattered
but
to
he
me.
had some really good comedic scenes when they were all talking to each other and
The
they were all in the
dinosaur
cages.
can talk.
They had some good moments.
I can help you. What are you gonna do? Turn me into a lizard? Like,
well, yes.
Yeah. Wait, the dinosaur can talk?
So yeah, I mean, in terms of that, maybe but he wasn't. He was
I
instrumental
still
in the
hate his
final
design,
battle,
by the way.
of course. But yeah, he doesn't look anything.
Just make him look like a lizard. Why do we gotta have
You
him?
did it for fucking Electro, right?
Yeah, you redesigned him. Why can't you make him look more like a lizard instead of that?
Hello.
He looks like the fucking dehydrated dinosaur people in fucking Super Mario Brothers movie.
He does.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, yeah, we do have a bitch about the movie, I
Dude, that
guess.
fight sequence is amazing.
Yeah.
Because, and this is why I loved seeing it with Ashley, because her and I had moments of like, she'd ask me things. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything that's fucking happening in this movie. But she looked at me with like wide eyes, like, what the fuck? Because I don't think she had seen this yet. But when he pulls back and he goes nanotech, impressive, and it goes onto the arm.
Right.
I'd seen that. I saw the red before in shots. So I was like, oh, so that he's going to get his nanotech.
I said, oh, shit.
But she did too. She looked at me like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because at this point, he's got him upside down, put up into this bridge. He's like inches away from like killing him again. And then you're like, Jesus Christ, because now he's got the nanotech.
Right. I thought,
And then when he drives the needle in, I'm like, they're not going to kill him right here. But like the fact that the nano rebuilt and broke the spike, I was like, that was so cool.
Yeah.
Like everything works. And then it makes, and the way they end this scene is genius. And not even this part, but then another part where they actually end the scene. But like the way they end this fight is smart, because now the nanotech's on Doc Ock. He can control the nanotech.
Yeah.
He can control the arms. I'm like, that's so fucking smart.
Yep.
To make that, that's how you take him out of the game.
Yep.
Because honestly, Doc Ock would fuck up everybody. He's kind of OP a little bit in the movies. Like he's
Well, here's the other thing too. You have him and Green Goblin working together. It's over.
right.
Spider-Man's
Well,
dead.
and then the scene ends.
He's
so,
dead.
so he's got him wrapped up. He saves the admissions lady. She yells at Doc Ock. It's a little funny thing.
Yeah.
And then you see the pumpkin bomb shot from the trailer, and then you hear the laugh.
Don't you see like what is that in the sky first?
I think, or something. I don't know.
Anyway,
Point is, Peter gets his little spider sense going, and yeah, then you see him come in, and you see the, he comes in, you see the shot, and it's amazing. And as you think they're gonna fight, a beautiful transition idea.
Yep.
They literally do a wipe, but they use the portal to do the wipe. Like that's so smart. That's the thing about this movie.
Yeah.
It's so smart. It has unique you know what? And that's what makes this movie so amazing to me compared to the other movies, is we're in such a different time now in these movies where you can incorporate Doctor Strange into a Spider-Man movie, and it makes makes sense.
Yep. And it was perfect. He does the wipe.
Because
They
you
come
couldn't
in.
do this in Tobey's movies.
No.
You couldn't do this with Garfield's movies. You just couldn't. And yeah. So we get in there, and then we find out. Okay, so now we have the video game mission of like, you got to get these other guys. He gives them the little gauntlet. He says you shoot him with this.
By the way, I
it'll
think
send them-
that costume was fucking cool as fuck. Black
I
and
thought that
yellow.
was funny that they did that. Where we're like, why is he trying to is he doing it inside out because of like the energy for the multiverse? No, he just got green slime on it. Like that's such a funny thing to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, he wears the suit. He's putting that on, and then he goes to fight Electro,
Which, by the way,
who shows up as blue. And I thought that was interesting that they didn't immediately change him. Like I thought that was interesting.
loved the sequence just because he's crazy as fuck. Dude,
I gotta say,
he's pretty OP.
I don't like CG in movies a lot, and that's what I loved about Raimi's version is there's a lot more in-camera fighting.
Yeah.
But when there is CG, it is still very well choreographed.
Yes.
Because all the fight scenes are great in this movie.
Yeah.
We'll get to the Green Goblin fight, because the Green Goblin fight is probably my favorite part of the movie, because it's fucking brutal.
He goes to fight Electro, but
Fights Electro, but he gets
while he's about to get his ass kicked. By the
and
way,
then there's a save.
Sandman shows
Boom.
up.
Which, by the way, Sandman never says he's Sandman. He just goes, "My name's Flint Marko,"
Yep.
and then he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool, but I don't know you.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So Sandman helps him take down. He shoots the bolt, the thing to capture him. It goes through him because he's still in his like eel translucent body or whatever. And then, but the energy that goes through him creates his redesign pretty much.
Yeah.
And so then he lands and he's butt naked, and you guys are just keep talking to me like I'm not naked. And I think Spider-Man says yeah, or Sandman's like I don't care, or like whatever. But so then
I think he takes them back, doesn't he?
He does, because he shoots Electro,
yeah.
and then Marko freaks out. He's like, "What did you do? Did you kill him?" And then he shoots him and puts him in. So now then he goes back, and then Doctor Strange is like, "Multiverse happened because of this shit."
Oh my god.
Yeah, I built this cube, And then that's when Peter gets the call that like, hey, before this, after the third sequence, Norman does what he did in the first movie. He keeps swatting your.
He doesn't like my. He's like, get off there.
He's talking to the mask again.
Yeah.
Norman is.
Yeah.
And he smashes it. So that builds in narrative explanation why he doesn't wear the Power Ranger mask anymore.
Which is fine with us.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's cool because
I'm fine with them.
they showed it and then they get rid of it.
Yeah,
you know?
and I like how they did that because they redesigned his costume in a cool way,
Right?
of incorporating the original costume, but then
Yeah.
adding like the little hoodie on it and making it look a little bit more like the comics.
And it's a good physical way of showing that he's like, having problems
and they
with his...
it's in an alleyway and they ape the Spider-Man No More shot.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I like that a lot.
I had to scratch my ear.
Yeah, so then we find out that Norman winds up at Feast.
Yeah.
Which is where May's
thing.
Homeless shelter.
Yeah.
She's like, one of the guys you need to get is here. So he's like, all right, I'm fucking go. And I was like, where is he? Because he thinks there's going to be a fight and he's going to hurt May, but he's just talking to Defoe. And dude, Defoe kills this because Ashley, she didn't tear up, but she made like a sad face. Like, she's like, felt for Norman in this sequence when he's like, I don't know where I am. Oscorp doesn't exist.
Yeah.
My son is gone.
Yeah.
Like, you feel for him.
Dude, you really do.
But in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is what
no,
Norman...
yeah, of course.
As a comic book reader, in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is what he does.
Right. But that's why Defoe is so good.
Right,
Because
he's believable
he
in that
sells
moment,
it.
yeah.
And you're just like, oh my God, but fuck, I know I shouldn't be feeling like this.
Yeah. Because I know, because you and I, the audience
underneath,
deep down knows it's still a Green Goblin.
Underneath, it's like, dude, yeah, he's gonna, like, you're just waiting for something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
and
cool.
so he goes back with, Peter brings him back, and then
Yeah.
he puts him in there, and that's when we get the sequence of, which, God, there's so much in this movie, but it moves at such a pace. Just thinking about it. He makes, he has the spell in this little cube, and he's like, I gotta put these guys back. They're all gonna die. That's their fate. Spider-Man's like, wait a minute, we can change it. They don't have to die. And Doc, here's the beauty of this sequence and what I love about the writing in this movie. Neither of these characters are wrong in this argument because Doctor Strange is saying, send them back. They die. It's a part of their fate.
Right.
It's the cosmic order of things. We
Right.
can't change it. It's what they're supposed to do. But at the same time, Peter's not wrong by trying to rehabilitate these people and take care of these people.
Yeah.
And fix them. And it's like, it's such a cool sequence because it's written well, because you understand both of them.
Yeah.
And they're both right.
Yeah.
Which is complex.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's human.
So he tries to run away with the box.
Then we go in the fucking mirror dimension, buddy.
Is that right there? I thought that's later.
No, what happens is they have a scrum because Peter takes the cube, goes outside.
And his his whatever body is the spider sense in his body, even though he's astral project his spirit.
Well, we'll get to that because before
That's
that,
what happens
before
right
that
there.
right before that. Yeah, you're right because he knocks him out. He gets back into his body.
Right, but the whole
and then
part
he
where
goes,
he's trying to
he
get
tries to
the-
swing away, and then Strange puts the portal, so he grabs his own foot when he's trying to web. I was like, that's so cool. That's so and then they go in the fucking mirror dimension.
No, when he
That
puts,
happens in that sequence.
I know,
but
he
yes, I
pushes-
just explained that.
Right, he pushes Spider-Man out
He
of
comes
his
back
body.
to his body, and then he does the portal thing.
But while he's trying to grab the box,
Oh, and he does the move in
from
his
the
arms?
Spider-Man who has no spirit. Like that part, I thought was great because it shows how strong his spider sense is.
Yeah.
Like even though he's not inhabiting his body's like fuck you. And the way that it was choreographed was pretty funny
Yeah.
too. Like it was just
'Cause
because his whole
That-
body.
I didn't know that was his spider sense. That's never really explained in the movie.
I figured that's what it is. Is that his spider sense is so strong. That
Other
it's-
people
yeah.
online have said that too, but I did not catch
That's
that.
what my guess is. But I liked it because it was just kind of funny and silly.
But yeah, so then we're in the mirror dimension.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was fucking insane.
And again, it's the beauty of this is they make it work in a way that Peter uses his brains to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is where we're seeing more of Peter using his brain in these movies. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he didn't use his intelligence in the first two movies, but I'm just saying like This one, the fact that he understood that, like, oh, it's polygons, it's geometry. I can do geometry.
Yeah.
So he uses the math to defeat him. But like, it's just, and every time they do these mirror dimension shit, it's so fun. It's so awesome. Because Ashley was like, this is trippy as shit. And it's like, because we haven't really been in the mirror dimension since the first Doctor Strange movie. So, and then that train sequence, where you were right and I was wrong. And the trailer, I thought it was strange showing him how the multiverse worked. But in the movie, they're actually fighting, and that's what you thought it was.
Yeah.
So they're fighting, they're having the whole thing, and then Spider-Man uses geometry to take
Which
his
is a great sequence.
sling ring and the cube, and he's like, I'll get you back when we're done, and then he leaves. And then and then again, it goes back to him being Peter, being a kid, and being like, dude, I fucking fought Doctor Strange in the mirror dimension, and I won. Like, holy shit. And then they go and do their thing. I do have to say, before this, it was in the trailer, it's in the movie. Scooby-Doo this shit, terrible line. Should not have been in the movie. Terrible. Not a good joke. Also, I said it before, I'll say it again, that making fun of Otto Octavius' name is lame.
Yeah.
Because we are 27 movies deep, and there's better ways to make these jokes, i.e., when Electro and Sandman are explaining their origin story, it is a funny way to embrace the comic bookness of it and also make fun of it.
Yes.
Because he goes, what happened to you? I fell into a vat of electric eels. What happened to you? I fell into this collider. Man, we got to watch where we're falling. Like, that works better than, you're an octopus guy.
Yeah.
Hated that part.
Yeah.
Because it's a fucking comic book. They all have stupid names.
Yeah.
The thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then Peter's like, all right, we're all going to let you out. We're going to go to Happy's place because there's a little Stark fortifier thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a desk that turns into like a mobile.
No, it was called something. The fabricator.
I don't fucking
fabricator.
care. Fabricator,
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, they bring him into Happy's apartment. That's where they all start kind of giving each other's backstories. But also another thing that I love is that the two different villains of the franchises were interacting with each other because they knew each other.
Yeah, they did.
And the Raimi guys didn't know who they were, but you know what I mean? Like, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, there was kind of a plot hole there because Ock would not have known that Norman Osborn is Green Goblin because they never say that, like, it was still a secret when Norman was dead. Just saying. I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
It's
if you want to talk about
am I
going to
complain about this in a movie? Yeah, where all these characters exist together and there's 3 Spider-Man. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, I don't care. You really think I give a shit?
Okay, here's the thing. Like, when we did our Eternals review, it was kind of like it was hard for us not to come off as kind of disappointed because I don't know how to describe it, but the things that didn't land in the Eternals were so much more ineffective because I was hoping for so much more. This movie delivered on all fucking counts. Now, yeah, there are some parts that are like, okay, enough. Like making fun of the Scooby-Doo shit, yeah, that was stupid. But even those the plot hole about, even
I don't even know who knows
it's
the
true.
The rules.
I would guess, but also
who cares?
Right, exactly. Like, that's why, because this movie is so good overall that the parts that don't work are passable. In the Eternals, like a movie like that, the parts that don't work are glaring because
and
most
sometimes
of the
they were
movie,
plot related, and you're like,
right.
Ugh. All right. Anyway,
Spider-Man. We do have some.
I want to get
gripes.
I want to get to
but they're small.
I want to get to the part where I think the movie really takes a turn.
Yeah,
and it gets very, very. I would say melodramatic after this sequence, but it's fine because it works. So yeah, they're doing their thing. He creates a chip that was like in Spider-Man 2 to put on the back of Doc Ock to fix him, and he does. Mm-hmm. And Osborn helps him. By the way, he says the meme. He goes, "I'm a bit of a scientist myself," and I was like, "You fucking this movie!" Like I was just like, "Oh come on!" Like, but it wasn't like I wasn't rolling my eyes. I was laughing with the movie, and I was enjoying it. But I was like, "Oh okay." Like I knew they were gonna fucking put that meme in here.
Yeah. And
they even do the pointing meme too. It's different parts of the movie. It is kind of great.
Yeah.
So anyway, we get him back, and then Spider-Man has the biggest like spider sense tingle he's ever had.
Now he's already got the thing on Electro and has explained to Electro.
If it goes all the way out, it'll suck out the electricity. Electricity out.
And that part is
also, he got
really,
a new nanotech suit from that.
Really
That's
fucking effective because he gets the arc reactor eventually. But that part is really effective because when he does have that moment, that big spider sense moment, because he knows Green Goblin is Green Goblin.
Yeah.
And like he flits him. You can tell Electro's still kind of on the fence. But then Norman says, "Gods don't ask, they take."
Yeah.
And you see Electro and
that's the
tension, and then he rips it off, and it's like, oh fuck, it's off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, shit. Like, no, don't say anything until that thing is green. Like, I was literally on the edge of my seat. Like, I knew obviously.
Yeah.
But
no,
just
that sequence is great because
Yeah.
we get to see
the green light as the tension builder was kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah, Ashley was telling me she's like I was so stressed out watching that movie. At
Yeah, right.
And yeah, that whole sequence is great. But it finally gets to see this is what I'm talking about, the validation of Raimi's trilogy being like, we try to do something different with Dane DeHaan, but let's be honest,
it sucked,
and it's not his fault.
No.
Willem Dafoe is the only Norman Osborn we can cast, and he's the only Green Goblin. And I said this to you earlier, and I mean it. I can watch. I don't care if Green Goblin is never in a Spider-Man movie again.
Yeah.
That's how good those two performances have been for me. Where I was like, it doesn't matter, because like he just, I don't know what it is about Willem Dafoe, but he just munches on the scenery as Green Goblin, but it works so well every time. Like, he thwips him, gets his, and he goes, "That's a cute little trick you got." So it's like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
He's gobbling out. Like,
boom.
I popped because I'm like, he's going to do goblin voice. Like, he's going to be the creepy goblin. And then, the fucking gods don't. What was it? God.
I'm not sure what the exact line, but he says something about like, we're gods and we don't something, we take. And at that moment, like,
when he
the
says
little
that,
green lights are going around Electro's
what I'm saying
thing,
is like when he says that as Goblin, you're like, fuck.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah.
And then their fight scene happens, and it's brutal.
Oh,
and
boy.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's most of that's Defoe. Because Defoe said he wanted to do most of his stunts.
I read that article.
Because he's like, it's not as fun.
Yeah, he said,
it's not as fun for me if I can't get in there.
Which is
like,
awesome. He's 60 fucking 6.
Well, yeah, and he's doing fucking WWE moves. So they get out, they're fighting in the hallway. It's punch, fighting in the hallway. Gets like,
and Electro's
Peter
kind of
jumps,
around.
Yeah, and Electro takes the arc reactor.
Yeah.
Ock just yeets. He's like, whatever, I'm done.
Yeah.
And there's that fight sequence. And what I love is like Peter jumps up and he catches him and fucking power bombs him through a wall down some flights of stairs. Then picks him up, does a fucking spine buster through like 4 or 5 different flights. And I'm like, hell yes.
Yeah,
you know how long I've been waiting for Goblin to beat the fuck out of Spider-Man?
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. And then he's just like, no good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah.
I'm going to help you. Because Aunt May's down there, and he's like, get out of here. What's going on? And that's where he gets the glider to come in, takes out Aunt May, throws a bomb. Peter slaps it away, and Gobby flies away. Gobby got away. Anyway, then, see, I heard someone say this. Now, I want to. What was your thought?
What?
Because Ashley and I both thought Aunt May's gonna die.
Okay.
But when she popped back up, my thought was, give me a fucking break. Put some goddamn stakes in your movie. Don't let her walk away from this. That was my thought. Ashley was getting and I think Ashley knew she was going to die because Ashley was crying because Ashley was like, she's going to die. Like, that was her thought. And I thought was, he's going to fucking brush her off and there's no stakes. So what did you think?
When he actually catches the bomb and flicks it away?
I'm talking, when he swats it away and she gets up.
Well, No,
I'm saying at that part.
Let me
not the death sequence.
Right. Let me walk you through it. Obviously, the pumpkin bomb that he throws when he leaves is going towards May. So, he's reaching for it. At first, I thought he's not going to be able to catch it. It's going to blow her up.
Yeah.
He does, so I'm like, okay,
That's
maybe
what I
she's
think
going to be
Ashley thought
okay,
too, was
right?
she's going to get blown up.
But then he catches it, so I'm like, okay, yeah, well, okay, good, because I don't want her to die. but I get what you're saying. But my thought process is he caught it, so she's going to be okay. When she does eventually die, it's like, well, why do you even have the sequence of him like catching it? Honestly.
My thought is the reason
Blow her
they
up.
had her pop up
Yeah, well,
and
so-
make it seem like
that-
there was
that
nothing wrong,
sequence.
I think was to rip our hearts out.
Yeah, of course.
Cause that
And they did.
and
you
it did
fuckers.
because then he sees the blood and I'm
Dude,
like,
Marissa Tomei is still so fucking
The-
smoke show.
the minute there's blood on his hands, you're like, oh well, now she's gonna.
Well,
die.
there was something you could tell that something was wrong even
yeah,
before.
because she was slow in
yeah.
her speech. She's like, just let me
Right.
take a breath. Just
Mm.
give me a minute. Like I think, even in that sequence, she knew she was gonna die.
Yeah.
But the that sequence is brutal.
Yeah.
Like the fight, the nastiness of the fight leading up to it, then everything happening, and then doing almost the reverse of what happens in Infinity War,
Yeah.
and seeing him go through that, and then just the things.
I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at something else.
What are you laughing at, my dog?
No, I was laughing about when they eventually find Peter in a little while, and they're doing the joke about what Chrysler Building, Empire State, better view. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Anyway,
We know where it is.
Yeah. That there's that and it's brutal, man. It's brutal because it's like you don't want to see her die. And Tom Holland, he fucking crushes it in this movie,
Yeah.
dude. Like he has mastered the ability to cry and make it believable because he was just unreal in that sequence.
Mm.
And then the beauty of this movie and why I love this movie so much, because this is what a comic book is, and this is what comic book movies should be. We take this moment with a lot of
It's
stakes,
always darkest.
a lot of fucking sadness. You're
Mhm.
crying. It's a heartbreaking sequence, and the next scene, the best part of the fucking movie happens, baby. Because this was the first time I audibly went out loud, like my fangirl moment. And that was when they're sitting there, they're talking, she's like, I'm gonna press the cube. And even in my thought, and you know what my thought process was when they're talking about the cube, I'm like, they're gonna bring him in now. They have to. Because it makes so much sense as a story to take it to the
I gotta
lowest
be
lowest part. They
Well,
have to bring it back up.
I gotta be honest. My first thought when she said that was like, good. He's in trouble. He needs help.
Kill him.
Get rid of him. Like I wasn't even thinking about
Cooper.
McGuire and Garfield. I don't mind.
I know, but it's distracting.
What? To
Stop
you?
making out with Tyler's hand, you
Hey,
weirdo.
hey.
You're just licking away.
Maybe my hand is Hennifer. What is it? What is
Jennifer
Carpenter?
Lopez.
Hennifer Lopez.
Anyway, back to Spider-Man. But yeah, so this moment had to be such a big moment because of how heartbreaking it is.
Yeah.
And we have the process of them talking, and he's like, show me Peter Parker. Now, this is the part where the portal opens, and we see Spider-Man in the distance.
Yeah.
And he turns around, and he looks. And this moment, I go, oh, and I tap Ashley, and I go, that's Andrew Garfield. That's the Amazing Spider-Man suit.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, she just smiles at me because I turned into a 10-year-old kid in that moment.
I did too.
And I'm like, that's what I want from these movies. I
Mhm.
want to feel like I did the first time I read a Spider-Man book.
I didn't know if it was McGuire or
I knew it was
Garfield.
McGuire because of the suit.
Right. I wasn't. No, the first one's Garfield.
Or Garfield. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're good enough to see. I didn't know. I just knew that it wasn't Holland. You know what I mean? Like I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, I
well,
think
it's
everybody in
not
the
Holland.
theater knew, like, oh shit, they're really gonna do
And
it.
then
'Cause
it took a second for my brain to go, that's not Holland, to that's either McGuire or Garfield, and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, oh,
And we
but
said-
it was just a split second.
and
Of, oh,
we said this last week.
yeah,
And I said, there's no way they're not in this movie, but I could see them doing it.
Sure.
And the movie had done a good enough job of
Yeah.
making me believe they're not going to show up.
yes. Actually, that's what the best surprise was, is that
They did
you
it.
kind of forgot that was a possibility because of what else was going
and
on
you
in the
can't,
movie.
and that's what and
which is why it's a great written
and this is
movie.
why this movie is incredible, because not only is it embracing a 20-year legacy,
Yeah.
it's also embracing the fact that this is still a Tom Holland movie. He's
Yep.
still the main character.
Yep.
But yeah, that it's still Tom Holland's movie, but there's that moment of like, oh fuck, there's these other two Spider-Men. They're going to be in this movie.
Right.
So yeah, so that happens, and he comes through, and then he takes his mask off, and it's Andrew Garfield. And
Right.
I already freaked out. I already knew it was there, but even then, I had that same moment that we were talking about on the bridge.
We all cheered
We
and
s-
clapped in the theater.
That didn't happen until Toby came in.
Oh.
But so when that happened, I was just sitting there again smiling. And I'm like, I cannot,
Oh yeah, the shit-eating grin.
because I'm sitting, and I told you this on the phone. I texted you this. I still say this every time I talk about this fucking movie. I don't understand how this works. I cannot believe that they had the balls to say, let's do a Spider-Verse. It worked for the animation side. Why not make a live action Spider-Verse?
And his
Like, holy
interaction
fuck.
with MJ and Ned is just so fucking great.
Right.
Like,
Oh yeah. So they're like,
throws
she tries to get it to prove that his spider sense works. She throws a roll of bread and goes, what? She goes, you got your Spider-Man, you got the tingle thing. And he goes,
not for bread.
yeah, but not for bread.
He's really kind of
Which again is
he's
accurate.
really dry, which is great because that was his character.
Which is accurate for the comics
Right.
too, because nothing threatens him about
Prove
bread.
it. Stick to the. So he sticks his hand to the ceiling, and she's like trying to get him to do more. And
Crawl,
he's like,
crawl.
This is
This is enough.
Way enough.
Is that crawl? This is enough. Crawl. This is enough.
We actually had
My grandma wants you to get that cobweb.
Yeah, we actually there was actually cheers and clapping when both Spider-Man showed up. When they each did in my theater. Like when Garfield showed up, it was like yeah, and then when Maguire showed up, yeah.
Yeah, so
again.
show me Peter Parker, and then Grandpa Spider-Man comes through the back portal, and then
it was good to see him, wasn't it?
it was amazing to see him.
Right?
It was so great.
Oh,
But what I love the most about it was they both see each other, and then they both do like a quick web slinging duel with each other. They
Yeah.
both do the same flip. They both do the same
Yeah.
thing, and they both kind of like just look at each other and nod, like, "Okay, you are Spider-Man."
Yeah.
Like, all right, we're cool.
yeah.
And then my grandma would like you to clean up your webs. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we'll get
sorry. But that's what I love about this is they managed to redeem those two, and
Yeah.
they managed to make up for what went wrong with Toby and Andrew's Spider-Man
Yeah.
movies. And it's just fucking incredible that they managed to fit it in this Tom Holland movie.
Here's the thing too: is like I told you like before, like I have more of a personal connection with Maguire's Spider-Man than with Garfield.
Yeah.
But you know what?
The doughy-eyed
This movie made
Peter.
me like Garfield's interpretation. Like I loved the job he did and the lines that they gave him and the way that the whole sequence on the Statue of Liberty when they're just talking and he's like, I just feel like I'm the lamest one.
Well, I want to get to that
We'll
in a
get to
second.
that later, but
also,
it made him more. It made him. I don't know. It just made him
Here-
more for me.
Because before we get to that, I want to talk
Yeah,
about the fact
sorry.
that
We
we
got more to go.
have those two, when they show up. Even the sequence where Peter, they say, "Yeah, where can we find him at?" Because he
Yeah.
has a place that he wants to go to.
Right.
And then the fact that those two say they have those places
Yeah.
again makes it say like, yeah, he is Spider-Man. He is another version of Peter Parker. We all have our little isolated things.
Mine's Chrysler.
Empire State.
Better view.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah, I
and,
can
then,
see
like, and it just every time the Peters interact with each other. Go ahead, have your laugh.
I
Because I
did.
said the Peters interact with each other.
Oh Jesus!
You pervert. Anyway, anytime
You stopped for that.
anytime all the Spider-Men are together and interacting with each other, it's great. Even the sequence when they finally find Peter and they have that really emotional thing with him hugging Ned and MJ, and then to have the silhouette of them. Standing there, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like that was
Yeah.
still in my head. Like it wasn't processing. It didn't make sense. I didn't believe it. I can't believe what I saw. You know. And then when they land and they all have their little Spider-Man group therapy session, I love that so
fucking
much.
Tobey Maguire has gone on. He's doing pretty well. Garfield's is not doing
killing
so well,
people.
man.
It's
Yeah.
implied that he's killing because he said he's not pulling his punches anymore.
Yeah, and that was hard to see. It made me feel bad for him a lot. But you remember that he has lost more than anybody.
Well, he's the emo Spider-Man, and
Right.
Toby is the old school doughy-eyed, oh shucks Spider-Man, and Holland is.
But
the
it
new...
made me feel like something for Garfield
No, it did.
Spider-Man, which I
again,
had not before.
I was telling Ashley this after we got out of the movie. I said, "What's amazing about this is all the things that
You're
it did."
amazing.
No, we'll get. I want to get to that.
I know.
Hold on. you
I'm
fuck.
sorry. I'm sorry.
What the greatest thing for me is it gave, because Andrew Garfield has said in interviews he was not happy with how Spider-Man turned out.
Yeah,
and he
he's-
was upset about
Yep.
it.
Yep.
And I think they brought that to that performance because it gave him closure. It
Mhm.
gave Toby closure.
Yeah.
It gave it's incredible. It's a 20-year legacy, and they're saying like, yeah, we're going to give you guys a second chance,
Yeah.
and we're gonna. There was an article at IGN, I think it could have been IGN or I don't remember, but it was one of those sites where it said it redeems the worst Spider-Man movie. It absolutely does. In our minds, Spider-Man 2 is Amazing Spider-Man 2 is the worst one, and they absolutely redeemed it.
Yeah.
And just to see the three of them together, it made me so happy. Like because to see them laughing and smiling, I was like,
And you could tell the actors were
they
having
were
a
having
good
fun.
time. Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so they have their little Spidey group therapy session, and then we get to see the nerdy Parkers. We get to see everything in this movie.
They're making science.
to make cures because he's like, how do we get rid of Lizard? Oh, I already did that
And
in my movie,
in
so
the
I don't.
Immortal- Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like just the fact that they're all in lab coats doing science shit together. That's so cool.
Yeah. And in the immortal words of Vicky St. Elbow from the MacGruber limited series, folding towels is a science. Yeah.
Yes!
So anyway, maybe the proper one should have been
What?
Yeah.
What?
The point is
No,
it's
yeah.
fantastic. It's just if
And I love how
Jake
they-
and I guarantee are both have shit-eating grins on our faces,
Yeah.
warm fuzzies in our hearts, and we're mowing popcorn like we can't stop.
Well,
'cause
I was,
it's like,
I was just so
I was just
I was just so happy to
stuffing
see
my
them
face.
together and see them happy. And
Yeah.
the fact that and then another great sequence is when Ned says, "Did you have a friend?" and he goes, "Yeah." And he died in my arms after he tried to kill
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And then the look that Garfield gives him, like, what the? Because later he goes, "Peter, I promise I'll never kill you." And
Yeah.
then he's just like, "What the fuck?" Well, and then again, even just having Garfield and Toby fucking respond to each other, and having
Yeah.
him say like, "Hey, do you have a girl at home?"
I had one.
Well, no, they already had that discussion because he already confessed that Gwen died.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Do you have someone at home?" And he's like, "Yeah, Mary Jane and I. It's complicated, but we're working it out." But yeah, he does. Then he goes, "Yeah, there's not." He goes, "I just haven't found anybody. It's not really in the cards for guys like us, or something like that."
But the another thing,
anyway, it was nice.
yeah, another thing that kind of differentiated the Peter Parkers, if you will, is that
Clearly,
you know,
Andrew Garfield's was the darkest.
right. Well, he hasn't shaved clearly. His hair is fucking unkempt, so who knows when he last got a haircut? And he never is in street clothes. Never. He is in his suit the entire time.
Yeah,
Toby shows up in street clothes
and dad clothes.
with his stuff underneath. Yeah, but I mean, clearly the two Spider-Man have just gone in
Well, yeah,
opposite
no, they really
directions.
have.
Yeah,
They said that they imply that he worked it out with Mary Jane, and he's more of a happier,
yeah,
old wise Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about these movies is they didn't change Toby, and they let him be old,
yeah.
And
And they
they-
didn't change Garfield. They let him be,
unkempt,
dramatic.
Yeah,
and-
because again, I think that it works in the sense of like these characters. So what you're saying is these Spider-Man characters still had lives after those movies
Yeah.
existed, which is so cool.
This is totally enough.
Yeah, when
This
he
should
sticks
be-
his
this
hand
should be
on his,
enough.
get the cobweb.
That whole sequence where he's just sitting there sticking to the fucking ceiling.
We have the science done. Now
Yeah,
now
yeah.
we're at the Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
That's now got a nice big old Captain America shield on it. So now we have the playing it, and this is where we get into the segment of them just sharing war stories
Yeah.
and just being dudes hanging out. And
Yep.
it's a sequence where you said it knows how to. This movie has a lot of scenes that it knows how to get out. This one, it stays and just hangs in there, and it's fine. It works. It's fun because you're getting
Yeah.
to see these characters fucking interact. And before that, they find out that Toby can shoot organic webbing. And
Right.
they're like, oh, whoa.
Yeah. What?
And so they're asking him about it on the Statue of Liberty. He's like, so I got to know, like, how does that work? Do you
Yeah.
ever run out? No, it's just
It's like breathing. I don't
it's
really
breathing.
know.
Yeah, I don't think about it. I
Yeah.
don't know. And he's like, are you trying to mock me? And then
Yeah, are you
Tom
teasing
Holland's
me?
like, no, we
We
can't
can't
do
do
that.
that
So we're like, we're just trying to figure it out. Does it come out of like other spots? Just my wrists. And then, yeah, they're like, yeah, did you guys find anything crazier than these guys? And then Toby's like, yeah, I fought this like weird space alien, and then
it
Tom Holland.
made a black goo.
Yeah, Tom Holland's like, I fought an alien too, but he was purple, and I fought him in space, and then I fought him here, and there was like all these infinity stones and stuff. And Andrew Garfield's like, I'm lame. I just fought a Russian dude in like a rhino suit."
machine.
Yeah, and they're like, he's like, I feel so lame. And then Toby's like, and this is them addressing us, being like, we get it. He was too cool to be Spider-Man, because he's like, trust me, you're not lame.
You're amazing.
You're amazing. I want to hear you say it. And then
And that's just the best way to. It's such a tongue-in-cheek, but it's not forced. The way it was written and the way they play it is, I'm not sitting there rolling my eyes going, oh, come on.
No, it all works.
I'm
And
sitting there going, he is the amazing Spider-Man,
the-
and he was cool.
even in the laboratory when he goes, hey, Peter. And they all go, yeah? And they go, oh, no, sorry, you meant him? And then they all start to do the point thing at each other like, no, Peter Parker. And they're like, well, I'm Peter Parker. Yeah, I'm Peter Parker too. I don't know. And then they're like, computer.
Yeah. At no point was there like, okay, this is too much.
No, it works.
That's why
It all
it's
works.
still unbelievable
I think
how they
I
did
think it works because it isn't. There's a lot of fan service in this movie, but it's not all fan service. There is a clear narrative in this movie. There's a clear plot through, like a through line. So when this fan servicey stuff comes into this movie at this point,
It's extra.
you're excited and you're rooting for it. Not only because you're not only thinking about this. The Aunt May stuff was such a low point that it's such a high when
You're
you
ready
see
for-
when
yeah.
Toby and Andrew come through the portal, when they're all together, you're fucking excited because you're like, okay, these characters are getting brevity, and they all have experienced loss and pain because that's Spider-Man. Spider-Man's always been a character that's been everybody he loves dies, and so they all when they share those stories, and then they're on the fucking Statue of Liberty and they're talking about their web shooting, and it's like,
I have a thing where
oh, the lower back thing. My God, that was funny.
Yeah, me too. I got like a.
It's a swinging thing. I think it's in the mid back.
I have a thing where I'll be watching a movie, and it's such a good movie like this one, and there's moments, or TV show, whatever, and there's moments where I am so happy about what I'm watching and everything that it feels like my entire face is a grin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
you know what you're thinking?
What?
Pizza time.
No, but this whole almost this whole segment at the end was just that for me.
Yeah. It was
I know that it's just my mouth, but at the same time, I felt like I was just a big yellow
It
smiley
reminded me
face,
a
man.
lot of, like I said earlier with the Doc Ock fight. It gave me a lot of vibes of the first Avengers Endgame. Like that feeling of like, I can't believe I'm watching this. I can't believe this is happening.
I can't believe this is good.
Right, and it works so well. Like, I can't believe this, because they could have easily fell flat on their face with this.
Boy.
And they managed to make it work.
Oh, it could have been bad.
But I love that they start the fight and they're fighting the guys and they're swinging around and they realize they're not working as a team. They're fucking up. So then this is where Tom Holland goes, well, I'm the only one he's like, because Andrew Garfield and Toby are like, we've never been on a team. Like, I've been used to doing this solo.
Yeah.
And Tom Holland's like, I'm the only one that's been on a team. And he goes, I don't want to brag or anything, but I was on the Avengers. And Toby Maguire goes, oh my God, that's amazing. What is that? And then Andrew Garfield's like, is that a band?
Were you in a band?
And he's like,
Which is kind of a nod to Spider-Punk in the comics.
eh,
Who's a multiverse guy.
I don't know if that's
Shut
the
up.
case.
Just shut up.
But then they realize, hey, we got to sync our spider.
It totally is.
We got to sync our spider sense together.
Yeah.
And this is where, again,
Oh, dude.
I cry a little because I'm like, how little Jakey didn't even know
when
what
the
he had.
three of them come out.
And they're shooting off of each other's webs, dude.
Yeah!
They're swinging off each other's webbing. Like, holy shit.
Yeah! That's me in the theater. Yeah! Fuck! It's, yeah.
Yes!
Dude. Yeah, pretty
Yes!
much. That's when it
Yes!
was. Everybody else around me is, shut up,
And they
dude.
yell at you, and you're like,
I'll eat your ass.
This popcorn ain't good enough for me no more.
I don't need butter.
What the fuck just happened? But dude,
I forgot.
this is where it gets so good.
By the way, when they're having that conversation about working as a team, they
Yeah.
do the point thing. So I was thinking,
Nice meme.
but
we're
even,
10 minutes away.
even just talking about this sequence, you can tell like how jazzed we are just talking about it. I mean, can you imagine? Oh, I'm kind of glad you and I didn't see it together, Because that
Yeah,
might
I
have
know.
been bad. Like, are you like we would have been in the back row, like literally, like, are you fucking kidding?
I'm
can't
telling,
believe it,
yeah,
Tyler.
that's what it was like when I saw the first Avengers. When I saw Endgame, I walked out of the theater with a massive erection. It was amazing.
Oh my God. Yeah. Huge.
Oh, I forgot to mention when Spider-Man,
Big old dick.
when the Spider-Man were all together in the lab. You know what I was thinking?
What?
Ooh, look at the big brain on Spidey.
Spidey's.
Uh,
No, it like, oh man, the fact that what got me was the fact that yes, we see the original Spider-Man costume, we see the Amazing Spider, and they're all together, and then yeah, the fact that they fucking one was like, I'll just shoot my web on his and shoot my catapult my, and then the fact that they all did that, like, oh god, it's so good.
oh yeah, dude. And then and there's a whole sequence that doesn't go right. You know, the lizard.
Well, they couldn't shut the portal, so the lizard gets
lizards-
in the portal.
Yep. So they have a whole sequence there. But I think when Zendaya, you know, is pushed off and she's falling, and nobody else can get
See,
to her.
now this sequence,
This
we
is
knew
what
this
does
was
it
gonna-
for me for Garfield. And you even said it when we talked about the preview.
it was gonna happen. Yeah,
You were saying like this is
great example.
the clearest indication that I had, no shit, that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were gonna be in this was exactly what Jake said 3 or 4 weeks ago on this show. We
The
were
lizard
talking about the
theory where
preview.
they kick the
Yes.
yeah
He was saying it, and that's exactly right. Because in the movie, fucking Garfield is spinning,
and kicks
doing
lizard.
a thing to the lizard. Yeah. But Garfield gets to redeem his own character too, and you can tell
That's a sequence I knew was coming
that
too.
the Garfield Spider-Man is gonna be better off because of that.
Well,
'Cause he saved
It's a
somebody.
sequence that I knew was going to happen,
Yeah.
but it still hit when it
Yes,
happened.
yes,
Because
Ugh.
you're right. Because he catches her
yes,
and he cries,
yes.
and he goes, "Are you okay?" She goes, "I'm all right," and she goes, "Are you all right?" And he's tearing, and he just kind of like, nods, and like the tears are coming. It's like all three of these guys are so fucking good at
Yeah.
crying. Even Toby's ugly cry
Yeah.
in the Raimi ones, it worked for me. But like his crying, like, dude, I was tearing up. I was like, damn, yes, like, and it just see that they said narratively we are going to give him redemption,
Yeah.
and that is why that sequence right there is why I believe Sony, if they want to, could make a third Garfield movie.
Yeah. And you know
'Cause
what?
Toby,
you heard it here first.
Toby can't do
they
it.
should.
Toby can't do
No,
it
he
unless
shouldn't.
you CG him most of the time, and I don't think Toby wants to.
No.
But I think Garfield's still young enough. He still has, he's still got a athletic build. He could still go. I think they should.
Yeah.
Because they've given him an opportunity. And hey, I saw somebody saying that maybe the third Amazing Spider-Man movie would be with Tom Hardy's Venom. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Could it be done? Absolutely. I don't see why not. Because my thought is, you have introduced a multiverse, right?
Yep.
DC is going to introduce their own version of a multiverse.
Yep.
We are at the point now of 20 years of superhero movies, and you could 10 years really of this.
Almost
let's just say,
90% of them good movies alone.
yeah. Well, let's just say it's 22 or 23 years of the idea of an interconnected universe, the
Yeah.
idea of the MCU.
Yeah.
We are at the point now that you can do, and give credit to Warner Brothers because this is what they said. We think our audience is smart enough to understand this is a separate Batman.
Yeah.
So why not do that, Sony? You've got this now. You just had said that this is in the MCU. You showed everything. So why not make a third Andrew Garfield movie?
Yeah.
What's stopping you?
I would actually love to see that.
And shit.
And bring their
And look,
who was their
look,
version of
look.
MJ?
Look, people are they casted her, but she got cut out of the movie.
Do you remember the actress?
I think it's Aaron Rodgers' fiance, if I'm being honest.
Oh, then no. Fuck her. She eats clay.
Yeah, she's weird.
She's a fucking jackass.
Eh,
Shailene Woodley.
she doesn't shower either, right? I think
yeah,
I
dude.
think she's one of
fucking
those people.
knock yourself out, Aaron. You fucking weirdo.
Tyler, we're 5 minutes away from matching the Dune review. Can we beat it?
Fuck. Yes, we fucking can. Because I'm about to go off on Aaron Rodgers. You know what else I don't like about him?
you son of a bitch.
You
No.
fucking mustache. I tweeted out. I said, some guys look good with long hair. Aaron Rodgers is not one of them. And this jackass tweeted back at me jealousy isn't a good look, Tyler. And I said, okay, that's fair. I could see somebody saying that and looking at that, right? so I retweeted and I responded and I said, sure, that's fair. I am jealous. But he still looks fucking gross and creepy. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because I'm jealous doesn't mean he still looks disgusting.
Yeah.
And I'm not jealous of his hair. I'm jealous of not having hair.
Absolutely.
See? Right there. That'll put us over the top.
Well, anyway,
We still haven't finished, right?
yeah, not quite. I
Not
don't know.
quite,
I could have stopped you at any point, but I think I just wanted to run out the clock.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else? Fuck Urban Meyer.
All right, back to the Spider-Man
Yep.
podcast. I don't even know what I was going to say. Oh, to see that closure is amazing, and then to have that moment of normal Octavius talking to Peter was great too.
Yeah.
He's like, "Power of the sun in the palm of your hands," when he has the arc reactor in his hand after he rips it off with Electro, and to have that back and forth was great.
So, but there's a sequence where it looks like, I mean, all is lost, and
Because
Electro
it looks like
is just
Ock is
fucking
back on the bad
OP
side.
and everything. Yeah, and he actually saves the day. He throws the thing on Electro, and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man cures Marco. So he's just a
And
dude.
then Andrew Garfield Tom Holland cures Lizard.
Yep, and what ends up happening is
Gabi shows up.
right, and that's a pretty
And
big,
Doctor Strange shows at the same time because
Yeah.
he comes through his portal.
So he's trying to like stop the whole thing, and what doesn't Green Goblin like break open the case?
He throws a pumpkin bomb.
Yeah, and it's inside the pumpkin bomb.
So yeah, and then
For a second, I thought they
Doctor
were gonna
Strange
kill
is
off
trying
Doctor
to
Strange. I'm
close
like, what the
the
fuck?
multiverse.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Holland is fighting Green Goblin. They get down and dirty.
That was crazy when he's like they're coming through and they showed like silhouettes of people and shit.
Yeah, you thought it was gonna be X-Men. I
I did. I don't
thought
know
it was gonna be
why.
Venom. I thought or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
Well, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. When Peter had the big spider
just
sense
mutant, yeah.
about Green Goblin,
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be Venom.
I wasn't thinking that. I honestly was just confused. I was like, what's going on? I know something's gonna happen, but what?
I love you being in the sequence. Come on, Spidey, what's going on?
I just didn't know what the whole
I know,
point
but
was. I
it's
was like,
what's going on, Spider-Man?
I'm not high enough for this. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Pause it. Let me run out to the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Green Goblin and Holland fight, and this is where Holland starts to go dark and starts to go like Andrew Garfield,
Yeah.
where he just continues to pummel Norman Osborn's face.
Oh, dude, and we were just talking about this off the air too. There's a part where he's on.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to mention that in the
he's
fight.
on top, and he's like jacking Norman in the face, and they show a POV shot kind of Norman's of Norman's face from Spider-Man's point of view, and
He's smiling every
yeah,
punch.
you know, it's just a flash of his face because he's
Yeah.
punching so hard, but you can see that he's starting to smile, and it's like so fucking creepy and cool at the same time. It was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this is great.
So their fight, he keeps punching him and punching him, punching him. Then he picks up the glider like he's gonna just kill him with the glider. Then Tobey Maguire, a wise man, Peter jumps in. We forgot to talk about the whole. I thought I was Peter 1 when he says
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire. He's like, I thought I was Peter 1.
Yeah.
No, I'm Peter 1. You're Peter 2. Peter 3. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. And then they actually did say, hey, Peter 3, Peter
Yeah.
2. Yeah. So. But so he's about to kill him. Tobey Maguire jumps in, says no, catches it, and just
Yeah.
stares at him. And I love this. There's no dialogue.
Yeah.
There's just a shared knowledge of like you're the same person. I am a different version of Peter Parker. I am Spider-Man. You're Spider-Man. Do not do this. You don't want to do this. And as he's doing that, Gabi stabs Toby, which I thought they were gonna kill him.
Right, and so the thing that here's one of my very few
just kill him if you're
gripes.
gonna do it. Kill him.
No, but here's one of my very few gripes about the movie. It's done in such a way that there were audible gasps in the crowd, like, "Oh no!" You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, not
it's
Tobey Maguire.
it's such a fake out.
It totally is. Because like seconds later, he's like,
he's
"I've been
joking.
stabbed before." Yeah,
He's jokey, yeah.
and they cure Norman. And, and it's just like,
So cured Norman.
why even have the
What
sequence?
I would have liked.
And by the way, if you're going to leave yourself undefended in front of Green Goblin, Tobey Maguire, you kind of deserve to get stabbed. I don't care if you're trying to show him the lesson or whatever. Green Goblin's
Also,
right behind you.
After that stab happens, great moment where Andrew Garfield throws it Holland catches it, stabs Goblin.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, good catch. But what I thought would have been better, and they didn't do it, and I'm surprised. I thought it would have been better while Toby's doing that, and when Norman stabs him, he says a line from the first movie.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
I wanted him to say that when he stabbed Toby, because it's such a good thing.
I wanted him
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
I wanted him to say the other one that you have.
Misery,
Yeah.
misery, misery. That's what you chose.
So good. So good. We did it. We beat Dune.
We did?
Yeah.
Are we done yet? We're not even done. So
Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. Cause
Yeah,
then,
well-
and then he cast the spell to
Yep.
make everybody forget Peter Parker.
that's pretty tragic.
It is, but like again, this could have been solved if you would have been like, all right, I'll just leave a voicemail on everybody's phone. Hey, I'm Peter Parker. You know me. I'm Spider-Man. That's
Yeah.
it.
No shit. Why didn't he just give his phone to Zendaya and be like, call your phone and leave yourself a message?
Right. Hey,
I
this is-
love Peter
yes,
Parker.
yeah,
You know.
right, or yeah, exactly.
And
Call
you-
yourself.
Honestly, like you can just leave Ned out of it.
Yeah. Honestly, I love that sequence is
I'm just
heart.
kidding.
That sequence is heartbreaking because again another situation. I knew what they were gonna do
Yep.
because narratively that's the only logical conclusion. Because I thought they telegraphed it well early in the movie when they were doing the MIT stuff. Because the way that it's shot, it makes it look like one of them got in, or two of them got it. You know, like somebody gets left out is what is what it was. But they said they were all the same thing. So I think they telegraphed that early in the movie to show up later to be like, no, Peter's gonna let them go, because he goes to where MJ's working. Ned's there. They're talking about getting into MIT as he orders a coffee, and then he just goes, you know, he has a note down all the things he was gonna tell them, all their history, and as he sees how happy she is to be at MIT, he puts the note back in his pocket and just lets her forget him
I'll see you around.
because he knows she's better off without him.
Here's the thing, though. I think
which
he
is
also.
fucking sad,
I think
by
he
the way.
also recognizes. Now, I recognize a flicker of recognition in her face.
Oh.
I do. I recognize that, despite the fact that she doesn't know who he is, that there's an attraction from her to this guy she doesn't know. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he's an attractive dude.
You wanna
No,
fuck
she's
him
know
all
what he said actually as after he ordered his coffee.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
She said that,
Shut the fuck up.
and then he said,
$1 million, bitch.
and she goes, and then she said,
I'll eat your ass.
And then he said,
And that's it.
"No, that's not how we're gonna end the show. Is
okay.
that how we're gonna
That
end
would have been great, though. Like, just a bunch of fucking sounders, and then that's it.
And then out of nowhere, mechanized organism designed only for killing. He showed up. No, but you know what? I forgot to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Shut your face up and do it.
That's what I was thinking when he was going to tell him the history.
Wait, one more time what you were thinking?
Shut your face up and do it.
Is that what you thought when she should have used the box?
You burnt the fucking money!
Then he goes to Aunt May's grave. Just go back into the movie like nothing happened.
What does he say at Aunt May's grave?
Bad mother crusher.
And then Happy Hogan shows up and says to Peter Parker,
I could write a book about what you don't know.
So wait. So the the spell was cast after she died, right? So my thing is like, would she have forgotten him if she were alive?
who?
I guess she probably would have. Aunt May.
Oh, man.
But she was already dead, and she's dead, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, Peter visits her
I
grave.
just about died laughing just now.
Then Happy shows up, doesn't know who Peter is, because, we got that forget me spell.
Off air, I totally told him, I was like, I forgot for a second that about the spell. And then when they started talking, I'm like, oh yeah, shit, Happy doesn't know who Peter is either.
Yeah. And then probably the best part of the movie for me, one of the better parts of the movie, we see Peter get his own apartment, and then we see no more Stark Tech, baby.
Yep.
Old school red and blues.
Yep.
He made his own costume.
Yep.
And he's flying around in that. And that's what I mean when I say every single Spider-Man movie is better because of this movie. Every Spider-Man changed.
Yep.
Every Spider-Man is better, and Tom Holland finally gets to be the Peter Parker that we know. Not Tony Stark Jr., but Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And honestly, and there's nothing against Tom Holland. Tom Holland's killed it in every Spider-Man movie he's been, every time he's portrayed the character. That's not my issues.
Yeah.
My issues have always been, I don't like it when Spider-Man relies too much on tech, because Spider-Man has always been poor. In my version.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, there's been he's became the new Tony Stark at one point in the continuity in Parker Industries was big. Yes, there's been times when he's had money in tech, but I'm saying I prefer him having little to no tech versus having instant kill mode and Homecoming and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that he's back to being poor Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And it's a weird reset because now that they said that was the end of their high school trilogy. Now they're planning a new trilogy.
Yeah.
Holland is trying to take time off. He's saying, I think he should get time off. I say bring in Miles. I say do a Garfield movie. The possibilities are endless. You've opened the lid and just said we're gonna
everything in the toy box
everything
is open.
Everything's canon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I wonder if they will do a Garfield third movie.
Now that you mention it, I mean, I didn't even think about it until you mentioned it just now, but I would love to see that.
I would too. I think that across. I can't wait for Across the Spider-Verse because I wonder what the fuck they're gonna do with that.
Yeah.
And I said this at the beginning of the show is the old adage has always been Spider-Man's problem has been overstuffed. I'm like, I don't think that's true. You just need the right team because 2 of the best Spider-Man movies are Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to say
and
about
those
it.
Are,
what
those
else?
Are packed to the fucking
Packed
gills,
to the
man.
gills. And the best 2 movies, I'm serious, it's crazy. The best 2 Spider-Man movies are Spider-Verse movies. It's nuts. Well, that we're almost at 2 hours. 150.
Boo. How long was Dune?
43. We crushed that old record.
Fucking pussies.
Almost 2 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed that movie as much as we did.
We are still seriously just geeking out.
Oh, I
about
probably could talk for another hour.
Oh yeah.
But
then there was that one part.
I'm trying to win in the playoffs against Tyler today without a quarterback, so I'm trying to figure out who plays in the later games this week.
Well, we're almost done, and we got about an hour to find one.
Well, I'm talking about Tuesday games.
Oh yeah, there's games on Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah, go check out the waiver wire. There's last I checked, Justin Fields was available, but then we did the podcast.
So anyway,
yeah, isn't that weird? We're both playing each other twice this week in fantasy football. The other league you don't care about because it's non-PPR. It sucks.
well,
but we are in the championship against each other this
yeah,
week.
we're in the playoffs for the title.
Fuck you, man. I'm gonna win.
Oh, give me that dick. Anyway, I don't know why I went there.
Give me that dick.
Give me that dick.
Misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen.
I love how I got the grunt. That's the sound I make after.
I'll eat your ass.
And then I say, if you're going to eat my ass, you better give me.
$1 million, bitch.
And that's it.